Hello, welcome back to the idiot that fucking slept for 5 hours 20 minutes again. And today we're back with Tenchi's Sosa reboot. I mean, Angelic reboot. Also on base, by the way, though you should probably know that if you've clicked on this video. Kind of worried if you didn't at that point. Reading exercises, learning how to read. It sounds like an important skill at that point. Anyways, let's just get into this. Few days after we made our plans.
支度は整ったから、いつでも大歓迎よ。
How does the day sound?
待ちかねていてくれたのね。私と一緒で。ぜひ来て。待ってるわ。
Always be prepared. Also, I will say it again in this video, since the one I actually talked about it was the Grisaia one. But go ahead and check like the first 5 minutes of the Grisaia video that I uploaded yesterday, since I talk about a fucking indie VN that I was asked to play again, and I personally liked it. I explain everything there. It's called Inhuman Resources. Just go check it out. I talk about it there. Let's go. My fists are clenched in excitement. We weren't able to have a sleepover straight away since Kaguya had things prepared beforehand. All these days I spent waiting have allowed the hopes and expectations to fester inside me. Can't wait to see what Kaguya has in store for me. Before that, I need to get myself ready. Got to make myself presentable and pack. Not that I'll be needing much, but there are a few more things I need to get in order. First is Inoue. I'm sure he'll help a bro out. After talking to him, I head down to the living room.
あら、珍しく家事でも手伝いに来たの?
It's the weekend, so my mom's at home. And so is my dad, for what it's worth. They're part of the reason I wanted to do the sleepover today. You could just ask me to help, you know? What's Nate's doing?
え、本当に手伝ってくれるとか、今日は何かの日?
Actually, I'm gonna stay over at Inoue's tonight. So I was planning to score enough points to get your permission to, by doing some more housework.
へえ、首相じゃない。まあ、夏休みだし、たまには友達のお家にお泊まりに行くのもいいわよね。あんたにしちゃ珍しい話だけど。
I agree, so I've been working on changing that.
リクにもお泊まり行けるレベルの友達がいたのね。ぐす。
Get those crocodile tears out of here.
じゃあ、先方の親御さんにお世話になりますってご連絡しておかなきゃよね。
I wouldn't worry about that, they're pretty laid back. I mean, oh, that landline number to begin with.
じゃあ、せめて井上くんに。
It's fine, it gets a bit weird when it comes to beautiful older women like you, Mom. I regret having already finished this before the recording started. This seems like I would probably need it right now. After that line.
あら、そうっていや、電話だし。私、井上くんと会ったことないし。
Yeah, well, that's what he said. Trust me, I've tried telling him to change, but
あんた、友達選んだ方がいいんじゃないの?
Everyone's got their flaws. He's a real stand-up guy, other than that bit.
はいはい。まあ、行ってらっしゃい。ずっと引きこもってるよりは全然健康的だわ。
Nah, just call or text me if you need anything.
じゃあ、ここと玄関と廊下に掃除機かけといて。
Gotcha. Permission granted. Took a bit of maneuvering, but it had to be done. And her mom really likes Kaguya, but I still think she'd get iffy about me spending the night with her. That's why I'm making it look like I'm staying at Inoue's. In truth, creating my alibi was a little more work than I was expecting. The moment I asked for his help, he started hounding me for details, demanding to know if I would be with a girl. I thought it over and decided it was best to be honest with him. Then I played the emotional card on him, begging him not to fuck over my first ever relationship. Inoue was a bro, so he was understanding and agreed to help. Then I'm promising to buy him the next new eroge he wants. But hey, that's what bros are for. In any case, Inu and I have our stories straight, so I don't foresee any problems. Now that I've got Mom's permission, I just need to vacuum the place, and then I can...
私にはお見通しなのであった。
Shut the fuck up. Can I help you, sister dear?
意地でもすっとぼければいいのに、そう答えちゃうのがお兄だよね。バックログ画面だね。
Damn it.
ま、くるみ先輩のとこにお泊まり誘われたんだけど、やんわり断るのを手伝ってくれればいいよ。
Just go hang out with her. It's a good opportunity for you. I didn't even know that they'd gotten that close. It's really be good for Amane.
いや、さすがにまだ面と向かって一晩中は辛い。あとなんかされそうで怖いし。
What's that supposed to mean?
くるみ先輩、私みたいな妹が欲しかったみたいだから。
Oh, just have a bath with her then.
想像するな、エロに。それだけで済まない気がするんだってば。こう、着せ替え人形にされるとか。
That still doesn't sound so bad to me.
私の趣味じゃない服を着せられるのが目に見えてんじゃん。
I guess you do have pretty different fashion senses. Can't be easy being a girl. With all the clothing conundrums. Although honestly, I feel like Amina's just afraid of spending a whole night outside of her comfort zone. Wanna take note with you to help soften the blow?
それだ。お兄冴えてる。
You have a deal then?
良きに計らえ。楽しんでくるがよいぞ。ファー。
Help not to reply with you too. No one quite Barbarian might actually be a bad combination, come to think of it. Well, Amina doesn't have it too rough. Takes around an hour for me to get ready and leave. I head over to Kaguya as my heart pounding in my chest.
ようこそいらっしゃいました、谷風さん。私も待ちかねていたわ、リク。
The two girls greet me the very moment I arrive. Woody is much the same as always, but Kaguya already seems excited, which naturally results in me getting excited as well. Thanks for having me over. Kind of feels weird saying that at this point though.
どうしましょう、オリエ。リクがのっけから可愛いわ。ごちそうさまです。
How joyous.
谷風さん、私はお茶とお食事をご用意するくらいですから、お気になさらず。いえ、あとは姫様と共に。そうそう、リクのことは二人で接待するから、何の気遣いもいらないわ。
I'm not worried about that phrasing. Do you? She gives me a smug smirk.
ほら、あれを見て。
Console. Oh, you actually bought one. Kaguya's gaze to a console. It's the same one I have at home with 3 controllers. You meant the 3 of us are gonna game together, yeah?
両手に花ね、リク。
Oh, I'm a one-lady man.
引っかからなかったわね。
That was kind of mean, Oria. That was kind of mean to Oria.
大丈夫です。むつみ合っているようにしか見えませんでしたし。
You really got used to this, huh?
恐れ入ります。
No, thank you. With that, we start playing a bunch of different games together.
あら、今度こそ1位が取れると思ったのに、またリクにかっさらわれてしまったわ。
Sorry, but you made it easy for me when you didn't block my shell. I keep on winning, which really isn't surprising considering the amount of experience I have with the both of them. If you hold this button down, you can dangle your item behind you to defend yourself.
どのゲームも奥が深いのね。本当に面白いったらないわ。
I'm glad that Kaguya seemed to be enjoying herself regardless. However...
谷風さん、あまりに不敬です。姫様を屈服させてばかりなど。
Woody keeps on getting angry at me, but Kaguya is always quick to pacify her. I just smile at the irony. Surely it's more disrespectful to be making the princess or an attendant entertain me.
私を屈服させるのは不敬と、オリエは怒ってばかりだけど。
Don't!
ネヤでも私は リクに屈服させられてばかりよ。
Woman. What? This time Kaguya opts to not to calm Orie, but give us both the shock of a lifetime.
それはつまりその
No, wait, listen to me, Orie. Just calm down. I can explain.
何をでしょう。
Well, you know, Kaguya makes me submit just as much, so it's not even disrespectful.
リクまで暴露してくれるのね。
You started. What else was I supposed to say? Well, anyway, that's the Orie. Please forgive me.
正直私にはよくわかりませんが、とにかくお二人の間では勝ち負けすらむつみ合いのうちなのだとは理解しました。そうね、その理解で正しいわ。勝敗なんて結局はないのよ。ネヤで私が屈服している時、同時にリクも私に屈服してくれているんだから。なるほど。奥が深いんですね、男女の間は。以後わきまえておきます。
Well, as long as their anger has abated, that's good enough for me. I do want to know, has Kaguya always been this sadistic?
リク、顔が真っ赤よ。
No duh.
今日はリクの可愛いところもたっぷり見せてもらえそうね。確かにゲームで負けても関係ないようですね。ネアでも同じこと。
Don't actually think it over, you're only making me more embarrassed. Kaguya's happy, so I decide to let it slide. Us men are such foolish creatures.
やったわ。
We've been playing this game for a while now, and Kaguya's a fast learner who's actually started winning some rounds. Whenever she does so...
見ててくれたわよね、リク。やった。
Yeah, we're kind of playing the same game, so... She starts snuggling up to me. So, as the laws of nature dictate, she's not pressed right up against me even while we are playing. It's definitely distracting me. I'm pretty sure I even started letting her win at some point.
嬉しい。だったらね、私勝利のご褒美が欲しいわ。
What kind of reward are you asking for?
あなたの熱いキス。
I knew this was coming!
私は一旦抜けてお茶を入れ直してきます。
I'm not surprised that Lydia opted to flee rather than stay here and suffer. She's already had to watch us press all up against each other for the last while.
お茶はさっき入れ直してくれたばかりなのに。
This princess might just be an airhead. Yeah, she was being considerate. Or maybe she just had enough.
どういうこと？
Well, like, you've been all over me since you started winning.
うん。
You started clinging to me every time. Just now you asked me to kiss you, so...
ごめんなさい、私完全に無意識にやっていたわ。
You're telling me that was all subconscious? That's actually quite impressive. This would mean that whenever Kaguya feels happy, she instinctively wants to start hugging and kissing me, right? God, she's unnatural at this.
まあ、だとしても問題はないわよね。リクは絶対に喜んでくれるし、オリエにはむしろ慣れてもらわないといけないし。
I'm not sure that's entirely fair to her.
オリエは私のお付きなのよ。今後のことを考えたら、そうなってもらわなきゃ困るわ。
I am playing. We're going to do more than this in front of her.
さすがにネアには入れないけど。
Right, that's good.
でも、3人で行動することも増えるでしょうから、キスくらいは、オリエの前でもさせてほしいわ。姫様、私がどうかいたしましたか？
I'm not sure if her timing is perfect or horrible.
ちょうどいいわ。オリエ、よく見ていてね。はい。
She actually just started kissing me in front of Oria after responding kind. Okay.
これくらい私たちは普通だから慣れてくれる？はい。あなたが慣れてくれないと、あなたの前ではリクと何もできないじゃない。いえ、私などお気になさらず、どうぞ姫様のお好きなように。ありがとう。でもその度にあなたに動揺されたり席を外されたりしても落ち着かないでしょ。というわけで慣れてちょうだい。よろしくね。姫様。
Wow. Kaguya's still pressed all up against me, but she's acting so regally and makes her arguments sound flawless.
いえ、かしこまりました。姫様の従者として必ずや慣れてみせます。
That's order for you. She pulled herself together rather quickly. Maybe it's not my place to say, but you really don't need to force yourself if you're not comfortable with it.
とんでもない。むしろ谷風さんもご無理などせず、お好きなようになさってください。その方が姫様もお喜びかと存じますので。さすがは私の織江ね。ありがたきお言葉。
That feeling that Oria makes things harder for herself. But if she insists on not getting in her master's way, then I should respect her wishes. There's one thing that Oria and I can agree on, it's that we want Kaguya to be happy. And so? Do not.
姫様ともあろう方が何としたら。いえいえ、慣れる。そう慣れる。
The sun has set, and now it's dinner time. Kaguya is feeding me by popping food into her mouth and kissing me. Meanwhile, Oria is gritting her teeth and trying desperately not to get up and run away.
リック、おいしい？
Honestly, it tasted even better than usual. I might just gobble up your lips along with it.
もう真っ赤になって一生懸命答えてくれるんだから。かわいいあなた。ごめんなさい。息ができなくなるくらいおっぱいに顔を埋め込んじゃったわね。
I'm good. That was a little straight.
もうそんな顔で言ってもらえたらもっと食べてほしくなっちゃうじゃない？
Never have I ever pitied a character in a fucking comedy at the end more. Like, I have pitied characters more in, like, serious visual novels that can get real fucking depressing. Not in the fucking Ubisoft game. Like, yeah, that's been sad shit. There's not been unethical torture thus far. This is the first instance of unethical torture. I'll be looking forward to it, but maybe we can focus on eating dinner first.
確かにそうね。じゃあ次は。
I'd like to feed you this time.
あなた、やっぱり私をときめかせる天才なのね。
Okay, Kaguya?
いただきます。本当ね。普通に食べるよりも嬉しくて美味しくてドキドキするわ。
Glad to hear it. That's definitely a more exciting way of eating, that's for sure. You ready for your next bite?
やる気になってくれたのも可愛い。
No, I can't be mad when you kiss me on the cheek.
あなたも反則じゃない。
I've ended up completely playing along, my heart pounding in my chest the whole time. Kaguya's just so incredibly cute when she's acting like this that I couldn't help myself. Meanwhile, Oria has been witness to everything. I think she's experiencing ego death right now.
そう、姫様がここまでお喜びになられているなら。
At first glance, you'd think she was just smiling happily. But when you hear her taking deep breaths and trying to convince herself. She was trying here, so I imagine she'd get angry if I tried to show her any consideration.
リック、
I'm sorry, what's up?
オリエは真面目ないい子でしょ？
That's Epilogue too.
私の自慢なのよ。だからオリエにだけは恋に夢中な私を一切隠したくないの。今は少し苦労をかけてしまってるけど、すぐについてきてくれるって信頼してるから。
姫様、開眼しました。もはや私はお二人のご様子に喜びを覚えるのみです。
Are you sure that's enlightenment and not delusion?
ありがとう。さすがオリエね。
はい、お任せください、姫様。
Yes, this is the inner workings of a relationship between master and servant. Kaguya-Route have a truly strong bond between them. Far more than I do, that's for sure. On reflection, it's not so surprising. They crossed over into another world together, just the two of them. The rest of the dinner proceeds as in much the same way, and we have tea after it's done. Kaguya then retreats to her room for a while before texting me permission to enter. She's clearly been getting things ready for me, which means I'm stupidly excited right now. Kaguya, it's me. Do come in, she says. Thank... And only to immediately have my breath taken away. Never mind, we're fine.
初披露よね。
Kaguya let her hair down and is dressed in clothes that are a lot more casual. This is a loungewear, I imagine.
私の服装に厳しいあなたから見てどうかしら。お眼鏡にかなうかしら。
Took my breath away the moment I saw it.
どうして？
It looked great and I've never seen it before, so it's all new to me. Also, promise you won't get creeped out?
私が引くと思う？
I have a thing for girls when they've let down their guard.
女の子全般なのね。
That's not what I meant. The only one who ever lets herself relax like this in front of me.
懸命になってくれてありがとう。可愛いあなたをまた見せてもらえただけで着替えた価値があったわ。
Kaguya smiles sweetly as she gracefully brushes away the hair that's fallen in front of her neck. Her outfit has quite the wide neckline, so that simple movement gives me a great view of the boobs jiggling about. She's too much in every conceivable way. Talking about conceive! I mean, I know that's there where this is going. Like, this is heading straight for an H scene. But that joke was terrible even for my standards, wasn't it? It's simply wonderful seeing her allow herself to relax, making no attempt to hide the sheer volume of her breasts and hips. You can see almost all the exquisite length of her beautiful bare legs. Look great in anything, Kaguya. Honestly, I think you can make yourself... Yeah, you can make whatever you're wearing look great as well. Words spill right out of me.
まさかの追い打ちまでもらってしまったわ。
Oh, I didn't mean it like that. Didn't even know what I was saying until it was too late.
もうやっぱりあなたってつくづく私をときめかせる天才なのね。
You got me first.
お互いがお互いをときめかせる天才って素敵ね。
She snuggles up to me, then plants a kiss on my lips, sliding her tongue in between them.
紅茶の味がしたわ。
So do you?
ますます素敵ね。
She's so cute when she's happy. Her dress goes falling into a loop of infinitely building excitement here. I can see it happening already. We have a track record after all. Now it doesn't quite feel like the right time, however. You didn't call me in here just to show me your new outfit, right?
ああ もちろんよ。
Change topic. Kaguya parts from me with another sweet smile before gesturing to the bed with an open palm.
本題はあれ。
Top of the bed is a laptop. It's obviously brand new and one of the latest models of that. But a laptop as well as a console.
買った上でゲームもインストールしてあるわ。今度は並んで寝転んで一緒にやりましょ
Oh, it isn't magic that's getting me excited.
う。了承ということでいいのよね。
Of course. Well, I should be asking you.
じゃあ早速。
Kaguya grabs hold of my hand and dives onto the bed. We're already having the time of our lives and the fun hasn't even truly started. So what games do you have?
これよ。
Kaguya clicks on a desktop shortcut. A full screen window pops up seconds later. I feel like I've seen that icon before somewhere. As soon as I have this thought, then I see a brand logo I'm all too familiar with. Then it switches over to the title screen, a bunch of cute and sexy girls all gathered together, and that's when it hits me. This an erotic? Exclaim loudly. Why do you have this on a computer?
リコの PC に入っていたから私もって思って。
Yeah, you're right, I did leave the shortcut on my desktop. I mean, she actually noticed it when I let her try out my computer the other day. I had naively assumed she wouldn't pick up on it because she'd never used a computer before. How could I have forgotten how astute Kaguya is far more than a pretty face.
一緒にやってくれないの？
Once again, her mischievous smile and upturned eyes leave me powerless. I guess I literally just asked for this.
やったわ。
This puts her into an even greater mood. She snuggles closer next to me. She's got me right where she wants me. All I can do now is play along. Playing a porn game with your girlfriend is some weird kind of foreplay.
それじゃ、レッツプレイ。
No, we don't actively call them Let's Plays anymore. That's an outdated term. When gameplay is foreplay.
ほらほら。リーク。
Am I gonna call this part a 4 game? Actually, I was wondering how do you even play a porn game with someone else?
はい。マウス。
What about you?
一緒にプレイよ。
Translated. That means she's just watching. This is definitely starting to feel like foreplay, but it's too late for me to do anything about that. Kaguya's lying on the bed, resting her chin on her hands and humming to herself. Not complaining about getting to spend this time pressed together, but still. I progress through the game while Kaguya watches over me.
あら？またこの子の好感度が上がりそうなのを選んだのね。あなたはやっぱりこの子が好みなの？
She asks questions like that every time a choice comes up, which makes me really uncomfortable.
というより、こういう子のいやらしいところが見たいの？
Doesn't help that her questioning is getting closer and closer to the truth. I explain how your typical pure love eroge goes, so she knows how the story splits into individual routes for each heroine with sex scenes. Since I've been focusing on raising the affinity on this one specific character, she's taking that to mean I want to bang her.
ち
You're not entirely wrong.
予想外の返答が来たわ。
I mean, just look at her. She kind of reminds me of you. What can I do except to tell the truth? Kaguya's eyes go wide in genuine surprise.
どのあたりが？
Her hair color, her hairstyle, how sexy she is, how elegant she is.
あなたの目からは私がこう見えているということ？
I wouldn't go that far, you just have similar traits.
イメージ。なるほど。つまり、あなたはゲームの中でも私のような女の子といやらしいことがしたいのね。
Let's go with that. Sweet, I got her back in a good mood. All it cost was some embarrassment.
そう。ごめんなさい。手を止めてしまって。どんどん進めましょう。私もこの子のいやらしいシーンが 楽しみだわ。
In too much of a good mood, perhaps. I've muted the video, the desktop audio, because I have a bad feeling right now. Soon enough, we get on to Girls' Route, and after a few more scenes, we enter the Bone Zone. Yep, there we go. Yep, there we go. Knew it was a good idea to fucking mute the game. What the fuck does this mean? What the fuck does that mean? Hey. Don't you start saying it. And don't mimic her tone either. Hey. Cease. Hey! The line between reality and fiction is getting real blurry right about now. I'm pretty sure Kaguya has become a lot more talkative ever since the sex started too. What's worse, everything she said is very colorful or specific. Whatever. We get it. No, not in the slightest. And so, that's this route over with. We should be safe again then.
なかなか素敵な話だったわね。
We end up playing all the way to the credits. Kaguya gets gradually more excited while a strange fatigue sets in over me. I couldn't get into it at all knowing that my girlfriend was right beside me. Felt like I had to be extra cautious of every reaction I made. The blurring of the lines between reality and fiction during that sex scene had really done a number on my brain. I think that's probably enough for the day, yeah.
ええ、ありがとう。一緒にプレイできて楽しかったわ。
I'll put the laptop away then. Does over there work?
踏んでしまいそうなところじゃなければ、どこでも大丈夫よ。
I turn the laptop off, close the lid, and get up from the bed to put it away. All this I do as fast as possible to prevent Kaguya from suggesting we continue. This wasn't exactly the heart-pounding excitement I expected from staying the night. I mean, my heart was certainly pounding, just for all the wrong reasons. Huh? All of a sudden the lights go out. I spin around to look at Kaguya and notice a remote control beside her. She must be able to use that to operate the lights. He's giggling. She beckons to me from the darkness. Why'd you switch the lights off?
早く
Come
戻って
back
きて。
here already, Kaguya says. I don't know what's going on, but when your girlfriend smiles and calls you over, then you do just that. Restless, I put the laptop away and head back to the bed. Oh, never mind, we're fine. This is still perfectly wholesome. This is still perfectly wholesome. Will it turn not wholesome soon? Probably 100%. Lay down facing her. This is okay? Or would you rather I was closer?
さっきまでは一緒にうつ伏せだったから、今度はこの添い寝状態が嬉しいかしら。
Right. She's a lot like pillow talk to me. Although it didn't do the events preceding it, so I guess it doesn't count.
なーに？
She's been staring at me, her eyes narrowed from the smile on her face this whole time. The moonlit glow across her face makes her seem even more beautiful and more seductive than ever. I found myself completely captivated.
リック？
Oh, sorry. Why'd you turn the lights off?
この方がムードがあるでしょ？ムードを大切にしてほしいですって、さっき攻略したヒロインも主人公に言っていたし。
A fantasy princess taking lessons in love from board games.
でも悪くはないわよね。
That sounds like a fucking light novel title. Guess not.
バック
You
ロ
know, I
グ
do
画面で
feel
す
the need to just... Staring at me a lot today, Kaguya.
薄明かりの中だと世界があなたと私の二人になったかのようで見つめているだけでドキドキするの。これがムードの効果なのかしら。
Your expression is what sets the mood for me the best.
私の顔どんなムードを醸し出してるの？
You want me to kiss you?
当たり？
What's the reward for getting it right?
私の唇？
I'll take them. Close your eyes. It's crazy how much turning the light off does to change the mood. All of my exhaustion is now gone as I eagerly lock lips with Kaguya.
実はね、ゲームの中で主人公とヒロインがキスしてた時、私もすっごくあなたとしたかったの。
You should have said so. That would have made things a lot less exhausting
キ
for
ス
me.
したらゲームどころじゃなくなっちゃいそうだったんだもの。
Man.
一生懸命ゲームを進めているあなた、それくらい可愛かったのよ。
It's all right through me, huh?
どうして？
Playing a porn game with my girlfriend would be the first thing, I think.
素直に興奮してくれてよかったのに。
No, I
ゲ
couldn't.
ームと同じことしてくれてもよかったのよ。
Then we really would have lost interest in it. You said you wanted to play with me. Played with me, so, you know.
頑張って最後まで付き合ってくれたのね。
I'll try to phrase it like that, but yeah.
もうあなたって本当に。
She gives me a giggle of true delight. Very fucking good that I had the censorship up. Thankfully, it's only the top one that was shown. Before suddenly tugging her shirt down to expose one of her nips. My eyes are instantly rooted to the spot, my words completely lost to me. I realize what I'm doing and snap my gaze back to her face, only to find she's giving me that mischievous, seductive smile.
さっき
You
攻
said that
略
the
したヒ
heroine
ロインは
reminded you, of me, yes? Kaguya says. Yeah,
でも
but my breasts are
胸
way
は
bigger,
私の方が
Kaguya says.
でしょ？
Aren't they?
ちゃんと
Why don't you get a good look to confirm? Kaguya says. Don't need to confirm anything, I know your boobs better than...
ね
Tell me, have you been using those sorts of games to take care of yourself, Kaguya says. Huh? Take care of myself. She asking for
え、
fat
もっ
them.
と言えば
Specifically, I'm asking if you
あのヒロイ
got
ン
hard
っ
to
て
that for that heroine and
大きくして
ejaculated or her. What the f...
射精
Jesus Christ. I have, but I can't admit to that. I said Kaguya reminded me of that heroine. Not that they were the spitting image of each other. But because I said they looked similar, I can't lie and say she doesn't turn me on either. You're so desperate to find the right answer that you're blushing from ear to ear. You never fail to show that adorable sight that I love so much, Kaguya says. You're making it even more difficult for me to answer. I was up against her that I'm embarrassed, while secretly allowing myself to feel relieved. She must have just wanted to tease me with that
答
question.
えあぐねてしまったわよ
I'm
ね。
sorry for being so difficult, Kaguya says.
それで
But
も
I would have liked to hear the answer. But why's that? Can't see how making me cringe over my past helps.
あなたは
Now that you can get
勃起
erect
機能を
again,
取り戻し
you're
て
able to take care of your urges
いつでも
whenever you like. So, I guess so.
以前は
And before,
自分で処理
you
し
would
てい
have
たわ
taken
けよ
care of
ね。
yourself, Kaguya says. Yeah, but I really wish you'd stop talking.
私が何を
What
言
I'm
いたい
getting
か
at
という
is,
と
well, Kaguya says. Huh? Stiffen up, sweet. Okay. She smiles seductively at me, her dainty hand wrapped around the package and stroking it. Kaguya,
もう自分
I
で
won't
処理なん
permit you
か
to
させ
take
ない
care
わ
of yourself ever again, Kaguya says.
あなたの
I'll
性
deal
的
with all your
欲求
lusts
は
from now on, Kaguya says.
うん
Please, won't you let me do that, Kaguya says.
も
Don't make me
ういや
do...
らしいゲームや
Don't
動
make
画
do
で
with
処
those
理し
dirty
ないで
videos and games anymore. I'll
すごい
do
こ
even
と
more incredible things and let you do them to me, Kaguya says. Kaguya. H scenes start in 3, 2, 1, it feels.
なら
And I think Kaguya must have wanted to have this conversation from the beginning. She wants me to only get excited for her, to only give it to her. Maybe she couldn't say it until we'd gotten to this point in our relationship, or maybe she was just saving it for when it would be most effective on me. Either way, she's got me so turned on and I'm lusting after her like never before. And so, see you after the H scene. They're done, but I'm keeping the censorship up just to be safe. We take a shower, a genuine one this time, before returning to Kaguya's bedroom. Never mind, she's technically fine. We're back to this one, but I don't trust her anymore. We lie down next to each other in bed, staring once more into each other's eyes. Now it's time for the real pillow
こんな
talk.
風にしていたらいつまで経っても余韻が消えてくれなさそう
Well, never any other way.
そうねその通りだわ今日は朝まで一緒にいられるんだものいくらでも余韻に浸っていていいのよね
Love even more when I see you having fun.
じゃあもっと浸らせてくれる
Wouldn't have this any other way either.
本当にあなたは私に餌を与え続けてくれるんだから
Probably because you're so damn good at asking for it.
すべて聞いてくれるあなたあってこそよ
Honestly, I feel like you do far more to make me feel good about myself.
たくさんからかってしまってる分の償いみたいなものだけど
Wait, that's why?
嘘私もそのあたりは自分でも少し意外だったのもっと率先してリードしたがるタイプかと思ってたけどそうじゃなかったみたい
You see, this is the kind of the gap that I enjoy. Like, she is someone that has very used to taking charge of in a situation. But she's entirely willing to, like, give that control, essentially, quote-unquote, away to the main character because she trusts him. That's the good shit. You are the dedicated princess, but yeah, there's a lot of different sides to you.
あなたがあんまりに可愛い人だから立ててあげたくなるのかも
Way to ruin the moment.
そもそも私たちの関係は立たせてあげたいという思いから始まったようなものだし
Now you're making it even worse, acting like you just said something clever.
でもメッシ暴行といった風に尽くしてるわけじゃないわよね
True, I wouldn't have fallen in love with you if you were.
ありがとう私もあなたのその思いを苦しいくらいに感じるから今日もいっぱい乱れちゃった
Alright, I should probably...
フローチャート画面だ
Sleepover without... the sleepover without sex. The sleepover without sleep. Sleepover sex. Sleepover continues. 2 insides, by the way, and sleepover continues. What's the end goal? Chapter 6. How long was Kurumi's again? Chapter 10? Chapter 8. Epilogue. Hold on, that reminds me, someone asked me how long Kurumi's was. We're going all back.
続けて求めてくれたものね。私も求めてたから、お互いにだけど。
Oh, also considering all the fucking impreg talk that they have in this route, the after credit scene better be them with a kid. Like, I feel like in this case specifically, it's illegal not to take because, like, literally part of the route was like him only getting his boner back because he's finally like determined, yes, I am ready to fucking make this woman birth my child. So at that point, if they don't give us the they have a kid now after credits scene, I will rebel. I feel like that's slightly for me every time this happens.
あなただってすごいんだから。私、どんどんドスケベ女にされてる感覚があるもの。
But you like it, don't you?
愛する男性に気持ちよくしてもらえることが嬉しくないはずがないでしょ。
I'm thinking I'm gonna stop being obsessed with you. It's only gonna get worse.
それこそお互い様よ。私だって。なんだかこんな話をしているうちにいつの間にか朝になってそうな気がしてきて。
Bro, talk till the sun rises, huh? Doesn't sound so bad. Couldn't do that when it wasn't a sleepover. That kind of pisses me off that we're missing out on so much by not being together every day. I'd love to have these quiet, embarrassing moments with Kaguya much more often. Hell, every day if I could. From now on until the rest of eternity. Wait.
何?
On a different note, I sit myself up cross-legged in bed. What I'm about to ask doesn't feel suited to pillow talk.
体勢が変わるくらい違う話なのね。
Kaguya giggles happily and follows my lead, only she sits with her legs out to the side.
これでいい?
Yeah, thanks. I was just thinking, and that's when it hit me. Like, how long will you be in this world for? It's sort of just assumed to myself that now that we're dating, she'd stay here forever. It's only just now I realized that can't be the case. And now that it's only on my mind, I feel compelled to talk about it. Please, Kaguya, I need to know.
ええ、そうね。大事なことよね。あなたも気になって当然だわ。
Not going back isn't an option, I take it.
そうね。私はあなたにお父様の後を継ぐと短歌を切ったんだし、いずれは必ずあっちに、スネウ国に帰る必要があるわ。
Right.
でも、まだまだ帰るわけにはいかないの。
Because of your brother.
ええ。何の対抗策もないまま戻ったら、ほぼ間違いなく私の負けでしょうし。
So, you'll be here until you've come up with it.
それと、私はこっちに来た目的を、実を言うと、完全には果たせていないの。
Does that mean meeting me and ensuring my safety wasn't your only goal?
その、順を追って話すわ。落ち着いて聞いてくれる？
Sure.
まず、私は世界を渡るに際して、最終的な目的、いえ、目標を立てていたの。あっちとこっちの行き来ができなくなるようにしなければって。
What?
そうしないと、魔王のマナを狙ってこっちに渡ってくる者がいなくならないから。
But what happens to two of us?
ええ。当然、離れ離れにならざるを得ないわ。
Then why?
落ち着いて。順を追って話しているから最後まで聞いて。お願い。
I mean, all you have to do is make sure that travel is impossible, except from, like, essentially what I'm trying to, like, hint at is, like, imagine the barrier between the worlds right now is a very thick sludge. Difficult to get through, but you can force your way through if you want to. So what you just have to do is Put like a pipe into the sludge, and then just harden the rest of the sludge. So no one can actually phase through that sludge anymore, but the pipe is still in there and allows for travel through in one specific spot. Make it like, I don't know. I mean, like the fucking go-to fucking thing that comes to mind for me is the mirror in the Queen's bedchambers, but that's just because I've watched Zero no Tsukaima. Yeah, that situation was awkward. Sorry.
ううん。ちゃんと話していなかった私が悪いの。とにかく、私も、あなたと永遠に離れ離れなんて、絶対に受け入れられないわ。もう、あなた抜きの人生なんて、ありえないもの。
Kaguya!
だから、今話したのは、当初の最終目標。あなたと結ばれてから、違う目標を据えたの。行き来ができる状態でも、問題ない状況を、どうにかして作るしかないって。
Of course, that way. Wait, that means you'll have to make it so that no one's after Diablo's mana anymore, right?
大枠では、その通りよ。
Is that even possible? People of Kaguya's world don't even know all about me. Maybe I'll control my mana now, but that does nothing to stop them from sending people to search for me. I'll keep trying for as long as I live.
難しいことなのは間違いないわ。でも、それを成し遂げなければ、望む将来は得られない。だから、ずっと考えていて、でも、まだまだ全く、短所すら見えてこなくって、それで、あなたにも話せずにいたんだけど。
I see now. I get how she must be feeling. It's still wishful thinking at this stage. If I were in her shoes, I'd find it cruel to bring it up and cause concern. Right, so I'm going over my thoughts on the matter?
でも、きっと、なんとかできるわ。
The smile on her face is just as determined as her words. Breath catches in my throat as the heat fills my chest. Kaguya, I'm so hopelessly in love with you.
世界を渡って、あなたと出会えて、いくつもの昼と夜を重ねて、恋に落ちて、あなたから男性機能を取り戻すほどに愛してもらえるに至った自分を、私は信じてるの。だから、きっとなんとかできるわ。
No, you will, Kaguya. Pull her into a tight embrace. I believe in you too.
リク。
Okay, so. What can I do to help? I don't know why I decided that this man just randomly has the same energy as a fucking Midwesterner. Just, well. Like trying to tell the people it's time for you to leave. Just in his case, it's time for us to fucking get to work.
もう、花だったら、とりあえず、私にもっと自信をもらえる？
Kaguya shuts her eyes and raises her head towards me. What she wants is obvious. I tug her waist in toward me as our lips pass and rub together. If my love is what gives her confidence, then I'll shower her in more love than any girl's had before. Okay, we get it. We don't need the tongue. By the time we finally part, an intoxicating smile has come over
あ
her
んなに
face.
熱烈にセックスをした後なのに、こんなにすごいキスまでもらっちゃったわ。
That is what it takes to give you confidence, and I'll never stop.
一晩中でも
Sure.
キスしながら眠ってしまっても
I'll be kissing you in my dream?
目が覚めてからもしてくれる？
Sure. Just one thing I need to clarify then. Want to do this just as much as you do.
好き。
Yeah, we get it. We spent the rest of the night locked in a passionate embrace, kissing each other until we fall asleep. There we were born in different worlds. Not maybe, you actively were born in different
バックログ
worlds.
画面だね。
But in this moment, we're swearing to each other that we'll never let that be a reason to separate us. We may not be able to see a way forward right now, but we'll find one no matter what. Keep on kissing her passionately, lovingly, long after the point that my lips start to swell, all in order to give her the confidence she needs.
天使創造リブート。フローチャート画面だね。
How to turn the tables. How the tables have turned indeed. Yeah, I'll go a little bit into this scene. A few days have passed since our sleepover. I'm in my room and even thoughts about what else but Kaguya's proposed solution. It's so useless having to rely on her for everything. If only I could come up with some ideas of my own. Sadly, there are limits to what I can do. Barely know anything about a world to begin with. Maybe we should just let Kaguya come up with the ideas and help her solidify them. What do they call it again? Rubber ducking? Could be an inanimate object that she explains everything to. Kaguya. Right then, I happened to get a text from the very person I've been thinking about. My heart flutters and I immediately open it.
申し訳ないけど、
Could you come over as
すぐ
soon
に
as
来てもら
possible?
える？
It should go without saying that I left home as soon as physically possible. Kaguya wouldn't call me over like this without good reason, so this has to be important.
谷風さんのマナを奪おうとした例の男の背景事情が判明しました。
Ah, the bastard. This is important. My gaze darts over to Kaguya, who gives me a grave nod. We managed to stop that man from stealing my mana, then Kaguya sent him back to her world, leaving him in the custody of some of her subordinates. If they've managed to get some information out of him, then this could be a huge step forward.
織江、続けてもらえるかしら。私も改めて頭を整理したいから。かしこまりました。では、まず彼の通り名はクラビー。傭兵であり、依頼を受けて谷風さんを狙ったのはすぐ判明しました。となれば、雇い主が誰なのかですが、ガンとして口を割らず、そこから進めずにいました。
It's not so now. Did you finally manage to make a fess up?
いえ、彼の釈放を働きかけてきた者が現れたのです。王都市議会の一員でもある傭兵ギルドのギルド長です。
I get the urge to start bombarding Oriev with all my questions, but I fight it back and keep listening. It's not like I know all that much about their world as new in the first place. Any questions I may have are best saved when the explanation is over.
ギルド長の主張はもっともなものでした。
What you must realize how I'm feeling. After a pause, she nods and continues.
異世界での現地人に対しての犯罪行為はもちろん、すべての行動を裁く法律は我が国に存在しない。
What about the fact that he attacked the princess?
今まで世界を渡る者はほぼいませんでしたからね。法整備がされていないのも当然です。したがって姫様が直属の部下を用い、クラビーを拘束する法的権利もない。むしろ不当な監禁にすら当たるはず。そして王室の方も法に従うのが我が国の生態。そう主張されれば、こちらもクラビーを引き渡す以外にありませんでした。
You released them.
釈放しないとこちらが罪を問われるだけだもの。あっちの部下の判断は正しいわ。
No, I get that. It's just it was poorly lead.
いえ、向こうは焦ったのでしょう。これはこちらに隙を見せたも当然。手がかりはむしろ増えたのです。
You mean the guildmaster messed up somehow?
彼の主張は法的にも正当なものだったのは間違いありません。傭兵ギルドの長である以上、本来的には全ての傭兵に対しての保護義務があるのも確か。しかしいろいろとおかしなところもあったのです。そもそもクラビーはこっちで捕らえられ、そのままあっちの手勢のもとへ送られたのですが、そんな彼の居場所をギルド長が知っていたということがまずおかしい。たかが傭兵ギルドなどにそこまでの諜報能力があるはずもないのですから。
So you think you had an informant?
その通りです。クラビーの居場所を突き止めるほどの諜報力を持った情報提供者がなくば、この展開はありえないはずと、これがおかしなところの一つ目です。
Right, you said some. What else is there?
クラビーはあくまでも一階の傭兵にしか過ぎません。腕は立ちますが地位があるわけではない。そんな程度のものをなぜ一組織の長がわざわざ動いて釈放させたのか。これが二つ目です。
Wait, I thought you said the guildmaster had jurisdiction over all mercenaries.
本来的にはです。ただの建前ですよ。釈放を働きかけるべき傭兵はクラビー以外にも多数存在すると確認が取れています。
Once said he hasn't gone out of his way to help you, man.
クラビー釈放後に数人には働きかけていましたが、これはただの目くらましでしょう。何せそのいずれも身柄を拘束されたのはクラビーより前のものばかりでしたから。
Right, yeah, definitely sounds like he was trying to cover his choices.
そしてこの2つだけでリスクを冒しても背後を探る理由として十分。ギルド長の身辺調査の結果、巧妙に隠されてはいましたが、裏帳簿に多額の入金を確認できました。
Where did that come from?
さまざまな政治団体、思想団体、傭兵団や商人などを経由していました
It's the
が、
brother. Let's just
結論を申し上げますと、
stop beating around the bush. It's the brother.
大元は姫様の兄君である第一王子。以上、状況から考えてクラビーの雇い主と呼ぶべきものは第一王子でまず間違いありません。
He's your sister. Okay. Kaguya, sorry, but I'll be beating the shit out of your brother. You okay with that?
改めて考えれば手段が強引かつ単純で脇が甘いところからしても、まあ兄様で確定だと思うわ。
So then, my mind immediately recalls the assassin was set after Kaguya.
そうね。
Kaguya must have had the same thought. She takes one look at my face and
例によって順を追っていきましょう。兄様は莫大なマナ資源を得ることで王位継承を確実にしようとまず考えた。身内に甘い汁を吸わせるのがあの人の上等策。魔王のマナが得られればその身内の枠。
and that's why I hired Clavi.
ええ。
Also, I think I accidentally
だけ
cut
ど
her off there.
あろうことか最大の政敵である私に魔王のマナ奪取を阻まれた。もちろん最初は分からなかったでしょうけど、必死になってクラビーの居場所を探したんだと思うわ。そして私の手のものに確保されていると分かった段階で怒り狂って2つの手を打った。
Right. First of which has him use secretive means to release, or rather retake Clavi.
ええ。そしてもう一つは先に私をこっちで排除してしまうことでしょうね。
Which means that while the attacks targeted different people, they were both part of the same plan.
策というほど大層なものじゃないわ。兄様らしい場当たり的で短絡的な手ね。魔王のマナのダッシュは失敗したけど、代わりに姿をくらましていた私の居場所が分かった。なら むしろ異世界にいるのは好都合。抹殺してしまってもいくらでも取り繕えるし、性敵を排除した上で魔王のマナを手に入れることを邪魔する者もいなくなるなら一石二鳥。これで自分の王位継承は確実。本当に兄様らしい短絡的な考え方。しかし短絡的であろうと第一王子の決断力と強引な実行力は厄介です。どちらの襲撃も一歩間違えばあちらの思い通りに進んでいた可能性は高いのですから。そうね、どっちもなんとか防げたけど、かといってこちらが劣勢のままなのも変わりないし。でも
At this point, Kaguya turns to look directly into my eyes.
私はあなたのためにもここから形勢逆転を狙わなくてはいけないわ。
I know.
ええ、暗殺されるわけにはいかないし、あなたのマナを奪われるわけにもいかない。その上で兄様を追い落として次の玉座につかなければならない。
I have a lot more information now, but I still don't feel like there's anything that helps us turn this around.
そうね、兄様が資格を送ってきたということをあっちの法廷で証明するのがまず難しい。正当な手続きで掴んだ情報じゃない以上、開示してもこちらが不利になるだけだし。はい、今の状況であっちに戻ってもよくて膠着状態に持っていくのが精一杯かと。そのよくての状態になったらお父様を幽閉している兄様が明らかに有利だわ。だからさて、どう手を打つべきかしら。
Right. This crown prince may be brutal and simple-minded, but you have to give him credit for taking the initiative over us. Kaguya's best chance to take him by surprise in some way. The question is how. Say he did send another assassin. At least my magic would be enough to deal with them.
それは間違いないわね。あなたの存在はこちら側の数少ない絶対的優位点よ。
Yeah. Wait, I know we had to release Claudia, but what about the assassin that had the ice dagger? Is he still in your custody?
はい、現在あのナイフの作り手から正確な身元や所属を割り出そうとしているところです。と言ってもまず南辺境博の子飼いのものだとは思われますが、
Is there no way of tracing him back to the prince?
辿っていくのを蹴取られた段階でまず第一王子は南辺境博を切り捨てるのが確実です。そして南辺境博も資格を切り捨てる。権力者とはつまり切り捨てられるものが多いものなのです。
Can you do without arousing suspicion? You didn't realize you were looking into the Guildmaster's secret accounts, right?
辺境博とはすなわち国境警備に当たるほどの実力者ということです。申し上げるまでもなく魔族であり、魔法に長けた配下も多数抱えています。
So it would be a whole lot more difficult and therefore not realistic, huh?
しかしできればこちらが先手を取りたいのも確かです。谷風さんと共にこっちにいる限りは町に徹することも不可能ではないですが、それではいずれ自利品だと谷風さんもお考えなんですよね。
Given what you've told me, yeah, it's just... I don't know. It was false sound and thought.
そもそもいえ、向こうの手も二度の資格を、こちらの駒は
Meanwhile, Kaguya's mumbling to herself as she thinks.
順を追って陸の制御力の劇的向上があって、あの魔法、そして勃起機能の回復。
So she's going over everything that's happened with me. She did claim I was one of our few trump cards earlier. So it would be good if she could fit me into her plans somehow. She should consider how I can be of use too. It's not so easy to imagine though. It gives the advantage against magic users, but how can we connect that to reversing the situation entirely? What if we went back to Kaguya's initial objective, preventing travel between our two worlds? That would stop Kaguya from ever returning home. Huh? Kaguya had fallen silent only to snap up straight. Ori and I both look at her in surprise.
姫様、何かご案が。いえ、先に2つ確認させて。リク、
Oh yeah, yeah.
あなたは自分の意思で前世返りすることは可能なの？そしてその上で元の今の姿に戻ることも。
He just sits there like, it just starts rapidly swapping between transmigrated form and regular form. Just just like fucking flicking a fucking switch on and off. Never done any of those things before, so the three of us quickly race back to my place.
あ、おかえり。いや、かぐやたちも。
Come with us, Noah.
またこの展開。いや、
Okay, he actually does just chuck her over his shoulder and just start dashing up the fucking stairs. Also, that's an adorable pout.
こんなことを何度もしていたの？
I don't really think when I'm in a rush, sorry. It's rude to just yoink a girl off her feet, even if it does speed things up a ton. It was just so pick-upable that I... Nope. There's really no excuse. I mean, there was that time she lifted me. No, I'm still not making things better.
まあ、急いでたのは確かだろうから。分かってくれれば、僕も追求はしないよ。
Oh, my angel, quite literally, in fact.
かぐやに織江まで一緒ということは、あっち絡みの何かがあったの？
It does, you see. Give Noah the rundown on everything that's happened.
なるほど。つまり僕は万が一の備えだね。
Thanks for catching up so quick. Oh, wait, one more thing. I need to tell Amin and Koibari about this. So I formed a group chat with 3 of us. My first ever group chat. We might end up transmigrating in a bit. Would you mind going somewhere private?
二人きりなら OK？
That was quick. Probably shouldn't be surprised at this point.
今、うちであまねちゃんとゲーム中。
What the fuck? Brother is going. Oh, great, that's perfect then.
でもなんで？
We're running an experiment, won't take long. Fortunately, neither girl presses me with questions. They both send over stamps saying okay, and that's all. Probably distract them in the middle of their game, and they want to get right back to it.
リク？
So I was letting Amin and Koibari know just in case.
ああ、それは行き届いてるね。
If I'm going to transmigrate, it might end up affecting them as well, so yeah.
けど今回はリクが前世返りしてもすぐに戻さなくていいんだよね。
No, if it looks like I'm not going to be able to handle it by myself, then you can step in.
了解した。
Thanks, let's give it a try then.
ええ。お願い。
First, I have to transmigrate. Stop controlling my mana. Allow it to agitate. That should do the trick. However, I can't let it get too agitated. Don't want to lose control or anything. If possible, I want to keep it at a level where it won't have an effect on Amane and Koibari. Keep it on medium heat. Which means I have to release my mana at the exact level required to transmigrate myself and no further. Only ever focused on suppressing it before, so why do I get the feeling that this is gonna work? I feel real stupid to fuck it all up after having that thought. In any case, I need to focus. I can fire inside me and allow it to burn just the right level.
前世返りは成功したね。リク、意識はある？
Yeah, I'm fine. It's strange how little difference I even feel. I'm very comfortable.
では、問題はここからね。
Why is my hair so annoying today? I know, but honestly, I think it's gonna be even easier. Huh, that was easy. Glance down to see my clothes are back to normal, so I take out my phone and boot up the group chat. No new messages, which likely means... Did nothing happen with you guys?
特に何にも。 まだ何もしてないんだと思ってた。
Gotcha. Thanks, enjoy the rest of your game.
アマネとクルミは何だって？
Neither of them transmigrated, all worked out according to plan.
まさかそこまでマナの制御力が身についていたなんて。僕は本当にもう必要ないんじゃないだろうか。
Hey, why would you even say that?
だってもうリクは勃起もできるし、自力で魔王のマナを抑えられるどころか、アマネたちへの影響すら。
Yeah, but I'd be worried not having you around. What if something happened? So please don't say that again.
そうだよね。僕もだからってここから去るのは抵抗がある。リクがそう言ってくれて少しほっとしたよ。
Same here. I'm surprised at how far I've come, but still I worry about this stuff. You gonna do it again just to make sure?
もちろん。僕がついてるから安心して試していいよ。
Thanks. No, here goes.
おお、さっきよりさらに楽に前世返りできてない？
Did it feel easier? And I'll go back.
なんだかもう慣れたものって気すらしてくるね。
Thanks. I feel a lot more confident now. I can't believe I've got such delicate control over my mana now, though.
それはおそらくあれだろう。
No, I don't. No, I don't, do you?
他に考えられないからね。つまりかぐやとセクチを重ねてきたからじゃないのかな。
I've never seen someone blush so hard about looking deadly serious before.
まずリクは勃起ができるようになった。その勃起状態を維持してかぐやとたくさんいやパコいやはめ。
Those euphemisms are just gonna embarrass you even more.
とにかく理屈的にはマナを抑えながら解放という状態を維持する必要があると思うんだ。だからした分だけいわば高度な訓練を積んだのと一緒と考えられる。その結果がこの成果ではないかな。
Yeah, that makes sense. Now that you mentioned it, the sensation of my mind agitating to the point of transmigration is much the same as that of getting an erection, giving a general level of control while allowing a specific level of release. I mean, I've had some crazy sessions and I never migrated during those. So naturally I learned how to control the strength of the flames within me. Well, it looks like I won't have any trouble transmigrating on command or returning to normal either. Did you hear that, Kaguya? So why'd you want to confirm this anyway? Like, obviously it's important and stuff. Just can't quite work out what it's important for, so...
これなら極めて。
Kaguya raises her head and looks up at me, a stiffened expression on her face.
状況を打開できる可能性が高いわ。
Huh?
お願い、リク。
She takes hold of both my hands and squeezes. And then, with a pleading look and tone of utmost resolve, she says,
私と一緒にスネーウ国に戻ってほしいの。天使創造リブート。
スネーウ国第二王女であらせられるカクアシトリア様、ただいまお戻り遊ばしました。
Hold on. Found myself in this foreign world, Odia's dignified voice bellows through snooze, the royal castle.
皆、出迎え大義である。
Princess Kakwa, that is Kaguya, follows Odia into the audience room, stepping out in front of the gathered crowd of ministers and nobles.
戻ったわ。
おお、これはカクア姫。いつ声ゆかれたのかと案じておりましたが。
While the dignitaries bowed to Kaguya's radiant grace, moments later come the sound of hurried footsteps. The crowd parts to the sides, and through them steps a young man. He's clearly very important, both from the way he dresses and from all the soldiers accompanying him.
無事であったか、カクア。
Oh, fuck off. The young noble acts with grace and dignity, clearly concerned, or at least appearing to be. You can tell at a glance that he's related to Kaguya, only this man is a far cry from her perfection. This is her older brother, Crown Prince.
お久しぶりです。兄様。
お久しぶりではない。急に姿を消したので何事かと心配していたのだぞ。我が妹よ。
The Crown Prince booms, clutching his chest in an overly theatrical manner. But seeing he plans on feigning ignorance for now, Kaguya smiles sweetly and graciously bows.
それは申し訳ありません。異世界でいろいろと調査をしていましたの。
ほう、調査とな。
ええ。魔王があっちに転生したのは、もはやここに居並ぶ全員が承知のこと。この事態にどう対処すべきか。我が国にとって、それが最も重要な課題なのも。
うん、確かにその通り。
であらば、危険は承知の上で世界を渡り、まず調査に当たるべきと考えた結果です。
確かにお前は優秀な使い手だが、第二王女ともあろう者が危険を冒す必要はなかっただろう。しかも我らの誰にも告げることなく、それは何か後ろぐらい。
機を逃しては魔王の転生体の居場所がつかめなくなる恐れがありましたから、事後報告になってしまいましたことはこの通りお詫びいたします。
そうか。ならば許そう。首相な心がけ、兄王子として誇らしいぞ。
私こそ寛大な兄様がいらっしゃることは何よりも誇らしい限りです。
そうか。
It looked like the Crown Prince was about to break character, but Kaguya skillfully led the conversation back to him laughing again. He's exactly how they said he would be, acting a master strategist, despite being simple and coarse at his core. There's no reason to let our guard down, however. He's not the only one we're up against. Right as I have that thought, one of the prince's followers comes up and whispers in his ear. On which the prince's eyes narrow coldly.
しかし、カクアよ。皆を代表して一つ聞きたい。
はい。何でしょうか、兄様。
魔王は莫大なマナ資源でもあるのはこれまた皆が知るところ。他者に先んじて世界を渡り魔王に接触を図ったのはカクア。魔王のマナを手中にし、お前が
それ以上に。
Kaguya's sharp, dignified tone cuts the prince off mid-sentence. She stares directly into his eyes, showing the whole room that what she says is to be trusted.
我が国シュトリア朝スネーウ国は魔王の行いを一切許容せず、再び存在することも決して認めない。それが揺るぎない国是ですよね、兄様。
その通りだ。私のみならず大陸中がそう認識している。
He admitted it. Not that he had a choice in front of all these nobles and ministers. Kaguya sighs uncontrollably and forces a smile. Crown Prince brow furrows in distrust.
こちらへ。
Already ushers me away, making sure nobody notices me. I tiptoe over to the position we agreed upon beforehand. And right then...
ならば兄様!
Kaguya cries out, her voice sharp, and her finger pointed directly at her brother.
なぜ兄様は異世界に配下を送り魔王の身柄を確保しているのですか？
何？
Crown Prince stumbles backwards right towards where she's trusting I'll be. That's the cue. Got it. I throw off the fox mask I've been wearing and unleash Diablo's mana. I think someone shat themselves. Everyone, Crown Prince included, staggers backwards, their eyes open wide in fear and shock. Understandably, really, for I have appeared before them as... Yes, I've transmigrated to the symbol of terrorance itself.
殺される。
兵どもよ、私を守れ。
Unleash a blood-curdling cry, sending panic through the masses who all scramble and try to escape. Terrified soldiers, forced to follow their orders, walk towards me, their legs trembling. Swing of my mana-laden arm is all it takes to send them flying. Screams once more fill the audience chamber. There's but a single person remaining calm.
こちらの世界に帰還し、マナを得て、ついには復活してしまったのね。
Stands undaunted between Diablo and the crowd, protecting them. And then...
これが兄様の狙いだったのならば。
私は
一人明けの者として正しくその責務を果たすのみ。我が兄のトガの分も。
She declares for pulling what looks like a dag without a blade from her breast and charging straight towards me.
魔王よ、覚悟。
A blade of burning flame bursts from her hand in an instant.
姫様、いけません。
かくわ姫。
Odia's scream serves to rouse the crowd who all shriek as they see Kaguya charging towards me, what they must assume to be vain. Yet she doesn't stop.
Yeah!
She brandishes her burning blade, clashing against me in every attack I throw at her, gradually pushing me back. Despite the panic in the chamber, everyone is staring at us in wonder. I can see what they're thinking. They can't believe that their Princess Kaguya is an even match for Diablo. Likely they're clinging to the hope that she's more than a match for him. However, I allow my mana to exude ominously, once again pulling the shroud of fear down over the room.
何をしている兵どもよ、隊列を組み槍結ばで当たれ。今すぐに魔王を討ち取り、我が身の潔白を証明せ。
I imagine the only reason the prince is still ordering his soldiers around instead of fleeing with his tail between his legs is because he's that desperate to claim the throne for himself. And when I once more bowl right through his soldiers, he finally breaks.
私はこんなところで死ぬわけにはいかぬのだ。誰ぞ、次期国王の身を守るために魔王に立ち向かえる勇者はおらんのか。
He rants and raves, the fear having overcome him. He's no different than the rest of the masses. Princess Kaguya, however, is not like him.
兄様に手出しはさせないわ。はあ。
She throws herself in front of my attacks, blocking them one by one. If anyone here embodies the bravery of a hero, it's her. She proves it all to all present by continuing to hold me at bay as she barks out an order.
堀江、今件の重要な容疑者よ。兄様の身柄を確保してお任せください。
Odia nimbly slips behind the crown prince and twists his arm around to hold him in place.
兄様、私が魔王を討伐した後にたっぷり話を聞かせてもらうわ。
Anger fills his face. He must realize that he's in big trouble now.
この場を切り抜ければ、あとはどうにでもなるということか。
His arms still bound by Odia, the prince looks to the ceiling and cries.
ならば、クラビ、今こそ我が恩に報いてみせよ。
He's damned himself by resorting to the ace up his sleeve.
はいはい。恩着せがましい王子様だな。都合よく使いてえだけだろ。
The man from before a club, he saunters forward, holding what looks to be the same kind of surrender.
だが、仕事は仕事だ。今度こそそのマナを奪わせてもらうぜ。蘇った魔王様よ。
下がれ。傭兵などにかなう相手じゃないわ。
お姫さんだったとは驚いたが、純粋な魔法戦では俺にかなわなかった。あんたに言われたくねえな。
Yeah, he's not gonna do anything. Last time the man manipulated Fumika into stabbing me. This time he kicks off the ground and launches himself right at me. He uses magic to enhance his own physical abilities while adopting a posture to defend against my attacks, just as we predicted. Now subside. Thus band forward and fire my magic. Both Klavi and Kaguya instinctively adopt defensive postures and freeze in their tracks.
マナが封じ込まれたのか。
Magic aura he had around himself immediately disperses. He's back to relying on his regular old strength, which means his plans are in ruins. But if anything, it's the terror he feels that it's the terror he feels at no longer being able to use magic that roots him to the spot.
これが本物の魔王の恐怖の象徴の力。
Oh God, I really want Clavi to just go, fuck this, I'm not dealing with this shit, fuck you, you do it yourself. Just tosses the syringe at the prince.
化け物か。
Everyone in this room is a resident of this world, familiar with mana, albeit to varying degrees, which means they immediately catch on to how horrifying my power is, the ability to seal all mana. Several of them slump to the ground, having given up all hope of escape. It's no longer fear that's dominating this chamber, but despair. And that despite that...
スネウ国の第二王女がこれ式で膝を屈するものか。
Kaguya alone displays the courage to carry on. She positions herself defiantly in front of me as she draws a feather from her breast.
誉れあるシトリアの娘に天の御使いの加護ぞあれ。
Hi, Noah! An angel appears, her glistening wings spread to protect Kaguya.
天は汝を守り祝福せん。
The angel offers both her hands to Kaguya and begins to glow as if she herself is being blessed. And in those hands is a brilliantly burning blade of flames.
かくお姫。
Those in attendance believe they're witnessing a miracle, because one person withstood the despair to stand against fear. They alone have been offered divine protection, which is exactly what we were aiming for. It was my idea to have Kaguya use Noah's feather at this point. Obviously, we discussed it all with Noah beforehand, and as a result, she put on the best display we could have asked for. Noah used her blessing and refined my mana seal so that the effects of it wouldn't befall Kaguya. All the experience I've built up has led to me having quite a fine touch when it comes to controlling my mana. All the conditions are met. Oh, you just have to finish up, Kaguya. I may be in Diablo's guise, but Kaguya can still work out what a look I'm giving her. She nods in a way that only I will say.
あなたの奥の手は天の御使いの加護を受けた私には通じないわ。皆とくとご老示よ。今こそこのカクアシトリアが忌むべき魔王を打ち果たす。
Kaguya proclaims as she hoists her burning blade towards me, a dauntless smile of assured victory on her face. Everyone watches and waits with bated breath as for their hero to take action. Even now I find myself on the verge of being captivated. As she is the savior, her burning blade a brilliant light of hope amid the darkness of fear dominating the chamber. Kaguya kicks off the floor, shooting towards me like an arrow. The story is going to be passed down as an epic tale for generations to come. She swings her burning blade. There's a flash. An instant number of instantly burst fireballs slam into me. Kaboom! Flames rage around me, the blast of the explosion nearly knocking everyone off their feet. When the dust settles... Princess Kaguya stands there alone. Everyone watches wide-eyed, breaths held until the realization begins to sink in.
シトリアの者としての務めを果たしたわ。皆。
おお、カクア姫。魔王討伐の英雄だ。天にすら祝福された我らがカクア姫の偉業をたたえよう。
Cheers and applause ring out through the chamber. Kaguya smiles and raises a hand. She looks every part of the hero that just defeated the great demon king. That's my Kaguya.
こちらです。谷風さん、ノアさん。ありがとう。僕らが見えていないのに、すごいね、オリエは。ほぼ打ち合わせ通りに行きましたから。
Telling me that went perfectly. I've gone back to normal and put the fox mask back on to hide my presence, and Noah's made herself invisible to normal people. We both watched the proceedings from a distance.
見事なお芝居。では私は一旦。
I think it goes without saying, but yes, all of that was an act. Kaguya's plan was to show herself defeating the resurrected Diablo in front of all the nation's leaders. That would turn the tables on her brother and leave him at a disadvantage. Obviously, that final attack of hers didn't actually kill me. That explosion of flames only really served to distract everyone and prevent them from seeing what was truly happening. I used the opportunity to revert to my normal form, suppress Diablo's mana to an unperceivable level, and put the fox mask back on. Which meant that, by the time the flames settled, it looked to everyone as if Diablo had been obliterated. As Oria said, everything more or less went the way we wanted it to. But we're not out of the woods yet. The rest comes down to Kaguya. I know she can do it. Watch out hopefully as she slowly steps in front of her brother. He's currently unrestrained as a result of Oria having to help us get away.
兄様
Fortunately, the hero's sharp glare pins him to the spot. Kaguya's flaming knife has been extinguished. She now thrusts the handle before him.
これはあっちにいた私に差し向けられた資格が手にしていたものです。
Yep, that's the same weapon the assassin used to make his frost blade. Using a very weapon that was confiscated from the prince's subordinates was all part of Kaguya's plan.
格は姫に資格が。
ええ。私の調べによる南辺境伯領に少数残っている呪具商の手による持ち手のマナを刃となすナイフ。
それがどうかしたのか。
兄様はご存知のはず。
それはどういうことですかな、格は姫。
私はあっちにいる間、二人の資格を退けたわ。一人目は魔王の転生体のマナを狙ったそこのクラビーという傭兵。
この者は先ほどの振る舞いからして王子の配下では。
違う、私が傭兵など。
私が順を追って話しているところです。あなたたちもまずは黙って聞いていてもらえる？
かしこまりました。失礼を。
ありがとう。クラビーは現地の方々の協力もあって無事に撃退できたわ。もちろんそのままにしてはおけないからこっちに送り返して私の配下に身柄を確保させたのだけど、傭兵ギルド長の働きかけで釈放せざるを得なくなった。おかしな話だわ。一介の傭兵のためになぜギルド長が自ら動くのか。そもそもあっちで拘束されたクラビーの居場所をどうやってギルド長が掴んだのか決まっているわよね。クラビーが私に身柄を抑えられたままでは都合の悪い者がいた。その者はほぼ間違いなくクラビーの雇い主であり高い身分を持つ人間。
私は知らんぞ。
何も言っていないわ兄様。二人目はさっきも言ったように私の命を狙った資格。手にしていたのはこの通り南辺境伯領のごく一部でしか作られていない呪具。南辺境伯といえば確か兄様とは実婚の仲だったわよね。
私は特定の貴族を目にかけひいきするようなものではない。
南辺境伯と対立されている西辺境伯の前でもそうおっしゃるんですか？まあそれはさておき、私が異世界で遭遇した2つの襲撃事件の背後に同一人物が存在するのはまず間違いない。この私を除いて短期間に2人もあっちに渡せる術者は限られている。そんな術者を確保できる人間となったらなおさら。
貴様、何が言いたい？
申し上げてもいいということね兄様。魔王のマナ強奪未遂と私の暗殺未遂、そのどちらにも明らかに兄様が関与していると。
それはまことですか？いや、今のお話を伺う限りその可能性は極めて高いと考えざるを得ん。
何を言うか貴様。カカ。
This is it. We have to provide definitive evidence that the Crown Prince is behind all of this. Everything that Kaguya just explained is circumstantial. It wouldn't be admissible on its own in court. Which is why we need to convince all those present that we're correct here and now.
全て憶測ではないか。状況証拠すらない。これは私に対する誹謗中傷である。
Maybe simple crude, but he's managed to save himself at the 11th hour. That's why he's the favorite to succeed the throne, even if he is at the trash. Really didn't want anyone to bring this up. How will we play this now, Kaguya?
だったら俺が証言しよう。俺の雇い主はこの王子様だ。
Get fucked! Get fucked, brother! Get fucked! Enforcers have showed up out of the blue!
なんだと。悪いが、あんたはどうやらもう目がないぜ。だったら魔王討伐の英雄に貸しを作った方がいい。そう思うだろう、あんたも。
同感ね。賢明な判断だわ。借りておきます。
あんた、いや、カクア姫もな。正直、姫のことは二度と敵に回したくないのもある。
徹底的に打ちのめしてあげたのがここで聞いたみたいね。
うるせえな。とにかくだ。俺の雇い主も俺の釈放を働きかけたのもそこの王子様で間違いはない。これでカクア姫の推察の正しさが一つ証明された。ということはだ。
本当に実の妹君に資格を差し向けられたのですか。
違う。断じて私では。
そもそも何故そのような愚行に。
兄様は魔王のマナを手に入れようとした。それを阻んだ私を排除しようとした。けれど先ほどの通り、最終的には私の目を盗んで魔王の身柄を押さえこっちに連れてきた。
だからそれは濡れ衣。
私が倒した。魔王はあえなく復活してしまったけれど、本来の目当てはその膨大なマナだったはず。以上のことから考えれば、兄様は第二の魔王として君臨するつもりだったということ。
違う。私にそんな野望など。
Kaguya concludes her argument. Everyone turns to look at the prince in both shock and agreement. The prince desperately tries to plead his innocence, however.
野望などなかった人がこんなことをするかしら。
何？
Doors swing open.
ご一度控えられよ。我らが国王陛下がおなり遊ばされました。
なんだと。
Behind Odia comes an older man, propped up by attendants and ladies in waiting. His dark hair is streaked with grey. It's the frail king himself. Atop his head rests his crown, the proof of his royal authority.
私の兵士たちは。
私は魔王討伐の英雄カクア姫の子飼いです。大変申し訳ありませんが蹴散らさせていただきました。
父上をお守りする大事な兵を。父上、お体に触ります。何もおいでになることは。
黙れ。確かに我が身は病魔に侵されている。だが兵をもって閉じ込めることを守るとは言わぬ。カグアよ、世も証言しよう。世はそなたの兄によって幽閉状態にあったと。
おいたわしいことでした。すべて。兄様、あなたの一連の陰謀は私がことごとく防ぎ暴いたわ。
The prince collapses to his knees. And that's all the proof we need.
王女警備兵、第一王子を速やかに捕獲せよ。左門会、 いや、弾劾の準備にかかれ。第一王子のみならず関係者もすべて洗い出すのだ。
その通りだ。この国から、ましてや現王家から第二の魔王を出すことは決して許されん。
Two leading authorities bark their orders. They're gonna arrest the prince and charge him for his crimes.
捕獲はお手伝いします。せい！
Wodia nimbly darts over to the prince and hurls him to the floor. With the prince locked in her hold, she then signals the surrounding soldiers with her eyes. They immediately spring into action and tie him up with ropes. Everyone then kneeled before the princess, the hero who defeated Diablo and unveiled her brother's scheme.
どうか我らの新たなる女王に。
ありがとう。皆の気持ち、しかと受け取りました。ということですが、お父様。
そなたは王位継承に興味はないと公言していたはずだな。
過去の話です。今は私だけが負うことのできる責務と感じています。私にお任せください。父王。
そうか。余はここに宣言する。余は可及的速やかに退位し、王冠と玉座を第二王女たる各阿に譲ると。
各阿シトリア、謹んでお受けいたします。
Noah and I look at each other in delight. We turn things around. Kaguya won. We won.
天使創造リブート。
This is very surprised by the angel outfit. Actually, we see this background with people for once.
フローチャート画面だね。
Also, Queen's Throne and Believe in Forever. Am I gonna continue on for a bit? A while later. Yeah, everything ended up going according to plan. Kaguya's led me away from the castle. We're now in town amidst the hustle and bustle of it all, so it's safe for me to remove the fox mask. Obviously, I'm still suppressing Diablo's mana to the maximum extent possible.
ええ、すべてあなたのおかげよ。
Wouldn't have gone nearly as well without your acting, especially when we were fighting.
それもそうね。じゃあ、私たちの愛と絆の賜物でどう？
Won't hear me complain about it. On that note, should we really be talking about this in the middle of town? In fact, should future queen of the country really be out on a casual stroll through town? Glance around, but I don't spot anyone paying Kaguya any specific attention.
雑踏の中の方がかえって安全なのよ。
Then we should be fine as long as we don't draw attention to ourselves. I would have thought that people would recognize you though.
街の人たちは私たちの顔なんて遠目でしか知らないはずよ。私だってバルコニーからでは集まった人たちの顔が判別できたことがないし。
Ah, that makes sense. When I think of royalty, I do picture them giving their public addresses from up high on a balcony or something. But I guess Kaguya has never appeared in an official capacity as princess close enough for anyone to learn her face.
長い黒髪で耳が生えている魔族の女の子なんて別に珍しくもないし。
Well, I'm glad I don't have to worry.
ええ。あなたもこっちの服に着替えているから、人族と魔族の恋人同士にしか見えないわ。こうすれば、なおさら。
Kaguya jumps towards me, grabs my arm, then flashes me a radiant smile. Fortunately, she has learned how much attention she'll draw by giving my arm a boob job, so she refrains from going all the way there. The feeling of her chest squishing up against me has me smiling in turn.
私もなんだか、ようやくほっとできた感じ。本当によく成し遂げたわよね。私たち。
Yeah, the act went according to plan, and what came after couldn't have gone better. Getting one up on the prince and having Kaguya's father declare her as the next queen wasn't the end of it. They called an urgent meeting of His Majesty's government and quickly decided on the next steps to take. First of all, it was decided to publicly announce that Diablo had resurrected, only to be defeated by the second princess, Her Highness Kakua. The Crown Prince was found guilty of plotting for Diablo's return and was thus excommunicated to the remotest region of Snew, where he is to live the rest of his life under strict observation. He also managed to clean house of all those who'd been working with him. Their crimes ran the whole gamut, from accepting bribes to embezzlement of national funds, even tax evasion. You hear in the distance. So that's why that fucking green dinosaur hid. And imagine we'll be seeing the prince anytime soon, to put it mildly. To reinforce the national anti-Diablo policy, it was announced that the king would be immediately abdicating the throne for Kakua the hero. She has the whole parliament and what's left of it behind her, so I imagine her coronation won't be too far off. Keeping up the charade of Diablo's revival and subsequent defeat in front of all these leaders of government, in front of all those leaders of government remains of key importance. But as long as I suppress his mana within me to imperceivable levels, the people of this world would be of the assumption that he no longer exists. Which in turn means that no one else would try and take Diablo's mana for themselves. The best part is that we no longer need to block travel between our worlds. Kaguya's objective of ensuring there was nothing to fear from people being allowed to reverse our worlds has been achieved. And we got to think about the future.
そうね。私はいわゆる通い妻になるのかしら。
Right, long distance.
あなたにはまだあっちでするべきことがたくさんあるでしょ？
Yes, gotta finish school and graduate for one.
あなたがこっちで暮らせるようにするにもいろいろと準備は必要だし、どうあれあなたは少なくとも当分はあっちで生活した方がいいと思うわ。
Conversely, there are things that demand you stay here.
私が一日でも早く即位するに越したことはない以上ね。下手に時間をかけてしまうとまた後継者争いが起こりかねないし。
Who's the next one? Good fuzzy. The prince wasn't your only opponent then?
私が女王になったら旨味がなくなる立場の者がたくさんいるということよ。
There are a lot of people who still need some convincing, you mean?
まあ、私が女王になった後なら、そういった連中もうまいこと懐柔してみせるけど。
And yeah, you really do need to stay here. But why do you have to be the one visiting me?
あなたは自力で世界を渡れない以上、他にないでしょ？でも安心して。あなたが寂しくないように、隙を見て頻繁に通うつもりだから。
I thought traversing between worlds was supposed to be difficult. Once you become queen, you'll have even less time.
理由はいくらでもつけられるし、魔法に関しても多分問題はないわ。女王直々の定期異世界調査を政務化して、そのための機関を作ってしまえばいいんだもの。
I thought you were supposed to avoid mixing up your public and private affairs.
愛するあなたのもとへ通うためなら、どんな努力も厭わない、けなげな女、と言ってほしいわね。とにかく、今までのように、毎日気軽に会うことはできなくなってしまうけど、でも、むしろその方が、燃えない？
Kaguya gives me the mischievous smile she always does when she's convinced she's right. And then...
会えない期間があった分、思いは募り、燃え上がるものじゃないかしら。それに、ゲートに取り込み口を作って、スマホの電波がつながるようにもしておくから。
Again, at that point, just set up the mirror.
あなたはあの部屋で過ごして、私が愛されに来るのを待っていてくれる？
She gives me those upturned eyes along with the most precious of smiles. What's a guy to do except smile back and nod? A relationship between two people from different worlds was never going to go smoothly. We're about to embark on the longest distance relationship any person has ever been on. At least since the story of Orihime and Hikoboshi. I can't escape those two fuckers! Actually, it reminds me more of Kaguya-Hime returning to the moon. It's kind of funny when you think about it. Almost a relationship we were always fated to have. Of course, I won't. Want me to look over your apartment in your absence?
ええ。むしろ引っ越してきて、 好きに使ってくれていて構わないわ。ありがとう、リク。何の抵抗もなく受け入れてくれて。
By this point, I couldn't live without you.
もう私もよ。
Feel a giant squish as my arm is finally, is finally the word I want to use here? Wrapped up into a boob job. I can only smile awkwardly in the face of Kaguya's deep gratitude. But then...
そういうわけだから。
Kaguya gives me the mistress smile and up to her eyes combo one more time.
これからはどうしても会えない期間があるわ。特に私が女王に即位するまでは通い妻をしている余裕もないと思うの。
Yeah, I figured it. There's nothing we can do about that.
完全にそう割り切れる？
You even need to ask. Of course I'm going to be lonely. I'll miss you like crazy.
そうよね。そうこなくっちゃ。私もそうよ。だからこそ次に会えるまでの間、この思いの火を保つために。
My arm has been taken prisoner by her ample breasts. They're soft as a gold for me. I know that she can't help herself, much as she knows that I'm going to struggle to keep my cool. Yeah, they're gonna start fucking, aren't they? She presses herself right up against me while whispering in my ear.
思い
To which end I think, no, I think we need to indulge in each other, she says. Another of her whispers follows right while my ears are still tingling.
私は
I want
今
you so badly right now, Kaguya
あ
says.
なたは
Don't you want me? Kaguya says. She should know the answer to that already. But our relationship wouldn't have come this far if we weren't explicit with each other. Of course I do. You what? Kaguya says. I want you so badly right now, Kaguya. Thank you, that was nice to hear, Kaguya says. She hooks my arm right into her cleavage before starting to pull me the other way.
じゃあ
Shall we return to the
城に
castle
戻
then,
りましょ
Kaguya says. Oh, is it okay to bring me back with you?
そろそろ織江が
Well, you should have
支
made
度を
preparations
整
by
え終え
now.
てくれているはずだもの。
Kaguya says.
私の
I need
月
to
の者
introduce
た
you
ち
to
に
my
は
attendants at some
将来
point
の
after
ため
all,
に
Kaguya says. You put a lot of thought into this.
それくらい
That's how badly I want you, Kaguya says.
何より
And wouldn't you like to ravage a future
あなたの
queen in the
王女の
bedchambers of her own very own
ひねきな
castle,
寝室で
Kaguya says. That delighted smile on her face has invited me to come and have sex with her in her bedroom, which might mean Kaguya's been planning this from before we left the castle in the first place. People would be shocked if they knew their queen was this much of a slut.
あなたにだけ
Only
よ。
for you, Kaguya says. I know that. It's one of the things that makes me so obsessed with you. Yes, I know. I'm obsessed with you too, Kaguya says. Let's prove it, shall we? Well, there are a load of things I wanted to do to you today, Kaguya says.
もちろん
And have you do to me, of course, Kaguya says. Now you're getting my hopes up.
私もよ。
So are you mine, Kaguya? So are mine, Kaguya says. We have this open discussion as we retrace our steps back along the road we just came down. Princess, the future queen of this country, is leading me by the arm into her castle to have sex with me. Now I think about it clearly, this whole scenario is insane. Kaguya and I have found ourselves in many crazy scenarios since we started dating. And that's what makes me love her all the more. This moment is like the culmination of all that's come before and a way of ensuring it continues long into the future. My heart won't stop pounding. Kaguya keeps on leading the way around the castle. Pass through the stone corridors, up the ornate stairs, and eventually arrive at the room even more luxurious than the high-rise. Kaguya immediately kneels down on her vast bed and starts patting her plump thighs. Come here, she says. That smile tells me all I need to know. I dive head first towards her thighs. Yep, we're fucking skipping. Alright, I've done fucking, but I do not trust it yet. Kaguya finally lets go of my hands and collapses towards me. I catch her and pull her close. We nuzzle our cheeks together, full smiles on both our faces. And once we kissed, I truly do believe that we're unmatched. We stay for a while pressed together and listening to each other's beating hearts and the sounds of our breath. It's enough to make me believe in eternity, Kaguya says. I couldn't have put it better myself. We huddle close and giggle at each other, knowing truly that our love is just that strong. Also, isn't there like a fucking Yakuza soundtrack? I know it's technically not really a Yakuza soundtrack, it's an actual song that people made IRL and they put in the Yakuza to put over the fucking no longer usable song from Yakuza 2. That wasn't it called like Sound of Breath or something like that? I don't fucking know. After we spend enough time together to leave us both satisfied.
フローチャート画面よ。
Send off our future. Also, sex in the castle! we're done with sex in the city, now it's sex in the castle! Kaguya opens the gate to see me back to my original world. Forgot this whole opening gates thing down on lock, Kaguya. I was slightly surprised to find that the gate opened up onto the balcony of her high-rise apartment.
ええ。だからこの部屋を選んだ。
Oh, because you figured no one would notice you open a gate all the way up here on the balcony?
そういうこと。買った時は避難経路を確保しておかないとってだけだったけど、今後は通い妻をすることを考えると、この部屋にしてやっぱり正解だったわ。
Now look after the place while you're gone. I'm taking you up on the offer to move in, by the way. Can I use the rooms however I like?
ええ。空き部屋があるから好きにしてくれて構わないけど、寝室は一緒じゃなきゃ嫌よ。
Fair enough.
そういうわけで。
Kaguya takes a step forward, creating a space between us. She stands up straight and stares into my eyes.
あなたは私に子供を宿す権利を有するただ一人の男性。私が愛し、人生を共にしたいと欲する唯一の人。
Same here. Mine was made up a long time ago. Want to give you a child? Even more so because I know you want the same.
私と人生を共にしてくれるのね。
I've already been sharing it with you.
ありがとう。体でたっぷり思い知っているけど。
You were the one who practically wrung me dry.
だって私はあなただけのドスケベ姫だもの。
Yeah, I think it's right that I end up living in your world eventually. It's basically the same as an international marriage anyway. It's not like there's anything stopping me from coming back.
ありがとう。では、改めてもろもろ伝えておくわね。あなたはいずれ、私の女王の配偶者として城に迎えることになるわ。王妃。いわゆる王妃の男性版の称号ね。それを与えるのは難しいかもしれないけど。
Don't care about titles as long as the two of us are together. Me, I'm just a commoner. I'm not even from your world in the first place.
でも、私の配偶者として恥ずかしくない地位はきちんと用意しておくわ。
Sure. And I'll finish up with everything I need to do in this world so that I'm ready when the day comes. So that I'm a fitting husband for you, Kaguya.
頼もしいわ。じゃあ、やっぱり。
Kaguya bows deeply to me.
これからもよろしくお願いいたします。
I bow in return. Nor shall my love fail. Now, I will say, the quality of this route, because I heard people saying that, like, specifically one person saying that, in their opinion, Kaguya is on the same level as Fumika, which, that's fucking disappointing. So I was actually positively surprised with this route thus far. However, all that positive surprise will immediately go down the drain if the after credit scene is literally just after he finishes, I don't know, fucking college or whatever, and just arrives over in the world and she greets him, and that's the end of it. If that's the case, immediate F tier. Fuck you. Our relationship is going to be different from now on, but as long as our feelings remain the same. We naturally find ourselves drawn to each other's arms, our lips pressed together. It's over our love, as well as a solemn vow.
あなたとのキスはこれからも必ずこうなんでしょうね。愛し合えている実感と喜びに胸が満たされる。
Nothing about that'll change. Maybe in different worlds, but our love will always connect us.
愛してるわ。
Love you too.
じゃあそろそろ行くわね。
Kaguya pulls away from me, her long dark hair billowing behind her as she steps out onto the balcony.
女王になったらすぐに戻ってくるから待っていてね。浮気しちゃダメよ。
They 100% intentionally used the moon. Like, come on. Blatancy. She opens the gate and floats up into the air. I'm awestruck. Behind the open gate hangs a brilliant full moon. She glistens in its light, her beauty the very picture of Princess Kaguya returning to the moon. That's not who she is. And this isn't her leaving. Not a chance. I'd wait forever if it were for you.
私もあなただけを思いながらやるべきことをやるわ。少しでも早くあなたの腕の中に戻ってこられるように。
Thanks. One of these days we're gonna be living together, I swear it.
ええ、そのためにお互い頑張りましょう。その日を待つのではなく作るために。
This isn't goodbye. It's the see you later that'll open up the rest of our future. We sure will. Children too.
ええ、約束よ。必ず私をはらませてね。じゃあリク。
You better get going, Kaguya. We nod at each other and smile. Our hearts are racing. Not out of worry, but out of anticipation for the future. Because we're not here to say goodbye. We're here to ensure our love can continue on. See you soon.
ええ、行ってきます。
It's only the beginning. Any credits? I will just skip it. I can't just skip it, I think. All I did was summon the Doki bird. Oh, never mind. Oh yeah, the In Loving Memory is here. This time without immediately being skipped over, thankfully. Summer break has long ended. It's now the middle of September. That should do it. I moved out of home and into here at the start of the second semester, with my parents' consent, of course. In retrospect, I'm glad I went through the ordeal of introducing Kaguya to them.
一時お国に帰らなきゃいけなくなったけど、こっちの部屋も維持しておきたいってことなら、ちゃんとあんたが責任持って留守を預かりなさい。それがあんたの務めでしょ。けど確かに通いだと限度はあるわよね。人が住んでない家はすぐに荒れるものだし。なわけであんたが家を出るの積極的に許可しましょう。当たり前でしょ。かぐやちゃんの頼みとなれば私も力になってあげたいし、それだけあんたを信頼してもらえてるってことなんだから。初の一人暮らしになるけど頑張りなさいよ。
Went far better than I expected. In fact, she practically kicked me out of the house. Mom really has taken a liking to Kaguya, hasn't she? In any case, we've been doing a fair bit of housework for a while, so I've adapted quickly to living on my own. I cook, clean, wash up, and just generally look after myself. Not today, though. Stand up from the sofa and make my way into the kitchen.
あらもう少しだからいい子で待っていて。
At the 2-hour 9-minute mark, not only did you decide to fuck up the after credits scene by doing a retarded ass bullshit fucking refusal to follow up on literally the fucking thing they've been talking about the entire fucking route with, you know, having kids. You just had to make me censor something in the end.
F-tier route, fuck you, F-tier route, I don't fucking give a shit. I hate you. I like Kaguya as a character, but by God do I hate the writers right now. Kaguya, wearing nothing but hate, and greets me with a smile while her hands keep on cooking. Her delighted enjoyment show in full force through every last part of her. You're really killing the all newlywed wife look, Kaguya.
そう
Am I? Perhaps it's
昨夜
because
たっ
I
ぷり
still
愛しても
haven't
らえ
come
て
down from all the
ま
loving
だ
you
その
gave
余
me
韻が
last
残
night,
っている
Kaguya
か
says.
あとはこの
They call
格
this
好
outfit a naked apron, do they not? Kaguya says. Yeah, the sight of you in one is overwhelming in all sorts of
こっ
ways.
ちだと
Is it typical for newlywed
新
wives
妻は
to
この
don this
格好を
attire
す
in
る
your
のが
world?
普通な
Kaguya says. Nah, it's more of a common dream shared by all men. I had a feeling there aren't many girls out there who'd actually do it for you. So then I must be
つま
really
り
getting you
今
going right now,
通
Kaguya
い
says.
妻としては
I could
こ
ask
れ以
for
上
no better
ないくらい
results
の
for my
戦果だ
visit,
わ
Kegel, Kaguya says. Kaguya has now become queen and has started visiting me. Not only does she have her new duties to attend to, but she is also proactively pushing her policy to improve the knowledge of and standing of Diablo. Despite all that, she's making as much time in her busy schedule as she can to come and see me. Odia's probably suffering the fallout from this, now that she's Kaguya's chief of aid and all. Apparently, Odia's insistent that after everything that's happened, she helps us to the best of her ability. And so Kaguya gratefully took her up on the offer. So have I, come to think of it. I'll have to make sure I thank Odia when I get the chance.
どうかした
There's something wrong, Kaguya says. Oh no, I just feel bad for making you cook. You must be exhausted.
私が作りたいんだ
It's
から
fine, I'm doing this because I
いい
want
の
to,
よ
Kaguya says.
城だと料理を
I
さ
don't
せて
make
も
me
らえ
cook
ないけ
back
ど
at the castle, so it's fun
こ
to
っ
do
ち
it
だ
when
と
I
い
come
くらで
here,
もでき
Kaguya
るそ
says.
れに
Besides, I'm just so
嬉
happy
し
you
くて
can't keep
幸
still,
せで
Kaguya says. Cooking makes you that
あな
happy.
たのために
Pouring my love into a meal and
愛
making
を
it
込めて
special for you
食事を
does,
作ってあ
darling,
げられるの
Kaguya
が
says. Feel the emotion flooding through me. Her smile and her love move me as they always do, but it's more than that. It was the way she said darling. I've always dreamed of having a wife call me that someday. And he's hugging her. You know, this CG would actually be cute if her nip wasn't like almost just experiencing a nice fucking drift, like a nice fucking gust of wind. Unable to hold myself back, I sidle up to her and hug her tightly from behind. I'm in the middle of cooking here, Kaguya says. It's your fault for making me love you so much. Love you so much I can't stop myself. Love you, Kaguya. Brushing aside her fragrant black hair with my nose, I planned loving kisses all over her neck. Over her next. I feel like that's supposed to be neck. By doing so, I hug her even tighter, fully squeezing us together. Her naked apron leaves her back completely exposed, and the squishy feeling of her plump ass is there for. Honestly, Kaguya says.
そんなこ
If
と
you
して
keep
もらっ
this
た
up,
ら
I'm gonna end up wanting to get on my
唇にも
lips,
欲し
you
く
know,
なっちゃ
Kaguya
う
says. Perfect, turn this way, Kaguya. Kaguya. Don't stop. Yes, Kaguya says. Such passion so early in, Kaguya says. Why does it feel like you're about to take me here and now, Kaguya says? Because I want it. I'm not reading that.
昨夜
No,
もう
you
一
didn't.
滴も出なく
Left
な
me
るま
till
で
you
愛
didn't
して
have a
くれた
drop
の
to
に
spare last night, and now you're telling me
実
that
は
wasn't
まだ
enough,
まだ
Kaguya says. Weren't you the one who told me that distance makes the heart go fonder? One night could never be enough. I'll be satisfied as long as I live. And I'm gonna have to start visiting a lot more
なら
frequently,
ばあな
Kaguya
た
says,
にがっ
so that I
ち
can
り
make you
腹間セックスで
You're doing quite the dirty talk, aren't
教
you?
えてくれた
You're
の
the
は
one who
あな
taught
た
me
だし
how, and you're the one who likes it
喜
so
んで
much,
新
Kaguya
妻
says.
としては
You make a
好
newlywed
きあら
wife
ば言
want
っ
to
てあ
say
げた
these
くもなる
things
わ
every chance she gets, Kaguya says. You really are the perfect wife, Kaguya. And you
あな
really
た
are
こそ
perfect at loving me in return,
私
Kaguya says. It's not your fault for being so lovable.
朝食
Let me finish making
作っちゃう
breakfast,
わね
Kaguya
二人
says.
で食
We
べ
can eat
て
it together before heading
それから
back to the
また
bedroom, Kaguya says. See what I mean? You're perfect.
せっかく世界を
Finally made
渡
it
って
back to this world, back
あ
into
な
your
たの
arms, Kaguya
私だ
says.
って
So it should be no surprise
こ
I
れ
love
で
your
も
love
か
as
と
much
いう
as
ほどに
just as much,
愛
Kaguya
し
says. We connected two worlds also that our love could stay
え
alive. Yes, and
次
so
に
we
通
need
え
to
る
love each
時ま
other
で
enough to last
余韻が
until
残ってい
next
る
we
く
are
らい
able to meet, Kaguya says.
心でも
We'll do it, both in body and mind, as many times as it takes. Kaguya says. Imagine our relationship will continue on in this way for a while longer. It's the longest distance relationship imaginable. Two people born in different worlds who went through the craziest of things to reach this point. But it all made our love and our bond even stronger. As long as I have Kaguya at my side, I'm convinced I can do anything. That conviction is only getting stronger. What world we came from and when we decide to live doesn't matter, because our relationship will always continue on like it has, long, long into the future. I wouldn't be surprised if our love ends up tearing down the boundaries between our worlds entirely. I'm sure we'll change the world. My final message, especially if our love is allowed to take form.
天使創造リブート。
Alright. Good writing. Good character. Like, great character even. I really like her overall. Like, however, boy did the writer fumble so hard at the end. The entire route is spent setting up fucking expectations for the after credits scene, for the fucking epilogue. Just so much juicy fucking bait. And then it turned out to be a dry piece of bread. So yeah, I'm mad. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Next, actually, let's see. Next, I was going to go for
フローチャート画面だ。
Amane. So, oh lord, I need to. I desperately need to find out if I can get the fucking censored version that Emery uses. Bye.